What's up, everybody? Viper here, back in Empyrion, and today I'm going to go ahead and go over a little bit more on the workshop in this game and how you can find ships so you can use them in your blueprints. And I looked at my materials, and we should have enough stuff so I can make this LRMCRN MX5E T2, which is I don't know, one of my favorite ships to actually start off with. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to find that. If you go into your, on your Steam page, and then you go to Community Hub, and then look for the workshop. Now you have all of these capital vessels, small vessels, hover vessels, bases, POIs, and all kinds of other little blueprints you can download, like this one, the N25 Vampire. I mean, that actually looks pretty cool. But if I wanted to actually use this one, I would just go to subscribe, and then I would be able to, it would download into my game, and I'd be able to use it. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the LR MCRN T2. Alright, this was originally made by a guy named Jeff Randall, and he does have a YouTube page where he designs all kinds of cool little ships. And I'll put a link in the description on how to get to his YouTube page. If you like to actually see how people design these things and build them, and he's got a lot of great designs. I use a couple of his ships. This is one of Jeff Randall's older designs that was modified, and they got his permission to use it. And you can see I've subscribed here. So it's in the game, and this is the one where I'm going to actually go ahead and get built. And it just shows the pictures of it and the details and all this other stuff. And then that's how you go ahead and get these blueprints. And you can go in and search, you know, whatever you want. Like hover vessels, there's 18,000 of them. Small vessels, 35,000. Capital vessels, bases. And then different POIs. You can actually get POIs in here. You know, and put them in your world or whatever. Like the Enterprise. You want the Enterprise. You can get the a version of the Enterprise in Empyrion. And some of these are pretty detailed. There's a lot of really talented people that are coming up with some of these blueprints. But I'm a big blocky builder, and yeah, I have a hard time building anything that actually looks decent. So we're gonna go ahead and go back into the game and construct this. Alright, I got a bunch of materials in my inventory, and we're gonna go ahead and go to the factory. I've got this selected. And then we're going to put in a bunch of this stuff, and we're going to see, hopefully this will bring down our timer. Alright, that added a little bit of stuff. And you see the time is actually going down. Down to an hour, 56 minutes. 40 some minutes. 28 minutes. Now I'm not gonna, even if I have too much stuff, I'm not gonna lose any of this stuff. Like, I'll be able to construct other crafts with it. It'll just keep it in this into the factory. So let's go and add our Cobalt ally. Oh, can't. Alright, so that's about all the stuff that I have. Do I have anything else? I don't want to use this. Let's use some of these. Now this Repair Pay T2, I do not want to use this right now. Actually, I can use one of them. We'll put one of them in there. That should give us quite a bit of decent materials. So this should give us... Oh, that gave us quite a bit of stuff. Some things it won't accept, and some things it will. Alright, that's about it. We're going to have to add some carbon substrate, which is just some plant fibers and stone dust. And hell, we're just going to add this whole thing. And now it's down to 1 second. So adding all that stuff just increased how fast this thing's going to come out. And then we start production, and bam, it's done already. And let's go ahead and get out of here. And then we're going to spawn this thing in. Now I have my mobile constructor under here, so it can print vehicles for me, so I can get away with the not realistic part. Or I could just say I go over to one of these POIs and spawn in over there and just say I bought it from them. You know, I just took all the resources and traded it. But whatever. Do whatever you have to do to make yourself sleep at night. Alright, you got it right here in the completed. Sometimes you'll have to scroll up on your blueprints to find it. And then hit spawn. And then just make sure you got a big enough area for it to come in. And then it drops down. Now I like this ship because it's got pretty much everything I need. It's got decent cargo space. It's got more weapon slots that I'll be able to add on later. Right now it's only got 2 miniguns, which isn't bad, but it is it has a back door. Let me go ahead and put some power in it. Alright, we are full powered. Go back inside it. Now, it doesn't have a shield right now, but it does have a warp, so I can warp anywhere in this system. So I could go to the sun or, you know, pretty much anywhere. But for me to go to this galaxy, you know, another solar system, I'm gonna have to get a large vessel, because I just won't have the jump range. And in this one, you can upgrade it so it has a shield, and you can put more weapons on it, and it's got a little, like a to-do list for you to be able to do that. So you got to remove the tier 2 CPU block and add 2 CPU tier 3s, which is which one is it? It's this one right here. This is CPU extender right here. You take that out, and then you add a tier 3 CPU in this one and that one. And then it also says you got to add 2 generators, and you put them up there. And then you can add a shield, which the shield goes right here. And then a constructor, which will fit, I think, right up here. And then what else? And then you got 2 miniguns and 4 rocket launchers that you can put on this ship. Now the 2 miniguns, one will go on each side right there, and the rocket launchers go down here. And I also like to put a little a turret up here, just so I could park and I can, you know, use that little turret to protect me when I'm out actually scavenging something. So overall, this is a pretty good ship, and I kind of like it. This ship is CPU compliant. When you go into here, it's barely at the very edge of needing to be tier 3. So that's why it's got this little thing right here telling you how to do it. It has an armor locker, an O2 station. It's got fridges somewhere. Yeah, a fridge right here. Which I will need a fridge when we actually leave here, because I'm going to have to get a bunch of food. And we're going to have to store it here. Now at this point in the game, you should have plenty of power cells to be able to charge your vehicles, hopefully. And this vehicle's not a big drain on your power. Like right now, I could sit here for 964 minutes. And if I really wanted to push it out a little bit farther, like if I was parking it and I wanted to keep my refrigerator running, you know, I could turn off stuff like my thrusters and like lights, and that would give me a little bit more time. Like now I have 1200 minutes. So that's a long ass time where this vehicle is just sitting here, and I can shut even more stuff down to get a little bit more power out of it. Alright, this thing is a little bit of a wide body, so I don't know if I'll even want to try to get it in here. I mean, I can, but I gotta be really, really careful. I mean, it barely fits through those doors. I should have made them a little bit bigger. Luckily, I parked it in a good enough spot where I can actually get around. And we're going to go ahead and build another thing in the factory. I want to get a Empyrion Skywatch station started. And if we go to the factory, we're going to need some growing plot steel and some stone dust. And then some more silicone and copper, which we have. So let me go ahead and get some of these materials done. For the growing plot steel, we're gonna have to make a. We need to make a food processor, and I don't know if I have one. And I'm just gonna make 2 of them for now. They're pretty quick. The whatchamacallit. We're gonna go to container crafting, and we need to make these. So we need 36 of these, and I don't know if I'll be able to make enough of them. Yeah, we should be able to. So we'll do 20 there, and 11 here, because we already got 5. And this is where you make all your nice food and everything. I like to make these energy rations once I have a good farm set up, just because they don't spoil. A lot of this stuff spoils unless you put it in the refrigerator. Alright, once you start getting some of these nutrient solutions, you can actually start making a growing plot steel. And I hope I have enough stuff to actually make this. Alright, we got our growing plots. We're going to go ahead and add this stuff to the factory. We got some of that. And will it take these? No. Nope. I just want to add a little bit of stuff so I can get rid of some of this time. Alright, so that's about as good as we're going to do. 40 minutes and 27 seconds. Going to add our carbon substrate. And then we're going to start production. So that's going to give me a little bit of time to go around and collect some more food from this planet. Because once we get up top, we're going to have to, you know, work on a farm and start being self-sufficient, so we don't have to keep coming down to a world and get a bunch of food. Alright, my blueprint is done for this, the Skywatch. And I did have enough stuff to go ahead and upgrade this, this ship. Alright, if you follow the instructions, we're going to have to remove the T2 CPU block. So if you look at your the bottom right on your tool, it'll tell you what the block is. Like it's CPU extender T2. This is just a steel block, O2 station. So we're going to take out this block right here. Now we're going to put in these CPU extenders. And I kind of want to have them like this. Alright, so that's the 2 CPU extenders. Next it wants us to add 2 generators. Shove our generators right up here. And then we're going to add a shield. And they made this pretty, you know, pretty dumb proof right here. They got little spots where you can put everything in there. Shield goes there. And then now we got to add a constructor, 2 miniguns, and 4 rocket launchers. Now you can put whatever weapons or whatever you want on it, but I actually like that this setup. And then our constructor goes there. And then we're going to go outside. Add our 2 miniguns back in this little pods. And our little rocket launchers down here. Let's go ahead and pull out the my drone so I can make sure I get back in there all the way. And then next I want to add a turret just on top right here. That'll give me a little bit of protection from like drones and stuff like that. Alright, now if we go look inside it, go to our CPU statistics, and we are at right on the edge of it, 39,878 before we need tier 4. So now we need we have a pentaxid tank, and I haven't really went over that before. But you mine, where's it at? You mine these pentaxids, and you can get them on the moon, but we managed to find quite a bit looting. So we have enough to make these pentaxid refines, and that's what you need inside your pentaxid tank. And we're just going to shove all this in there. The actual storage capacity is only 83, but since we don't have the actual realistic weight carrying capacity, we can put a lot more in there. Alright, now we can turn our shield on. And then you see it's red right now because we're actually docked. Might help if I turn my thrusters on. And then it's going to slowly start powering up. Do I have it on? Once I turn it on, it's going to start eating up a lot of power. Not a lot, but a lot more than what I have. And it's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, yeah, we're at 48% power right now. It'll take a little bit of time for it to actually charge up. Alright, we're at 51%, 98%, and we should be, we're at 100%. And then the power drain is going to go back down, because right now we are at 66 minutes. But now, we're only at 358 minutes. So with the shield on, it draws a lot of power. So for the most part, unless I'm in a hostile area, I'll turn the shield off. Because that'll save me quite a bit of power. Alright, I think we're about ready for our move. I need to go down to the lake and grab me some more water. I had built a bunch of these little water generators. Oh damn, what the hell? Snuck up on me. There is places out in the you can get ice when you're actually in the solar system, but I'd just like to use a bunch of these to get water, and then I'll come back to a water planet every once in a while, not too often, and then just collect it, and then I'll have plenty of water. Alright, I got all my little ships parked over here. We're gonna go ahead and start moving our inventory over into this ship. And it's pretty simple. You just go into your logistics, select your whichever one you want, which we're going to put it in this MCRN, whatever. And then we're going to select our base and container crafting. We definitely want to take as much stuff as we can. Want to take all our ammo. Now, if I had the realistic weight settings, I would not be able to move all this at once. I would have to take, you know, many trips or get a bigger ship. But since I'm not playing with that way, I can move all this crap at once. Alright, we've got everything moved over. But hell, let's go ahead and get off of here. Let's go ahead and get to space. Alright, we need to put our helmet on, and we need to add oxygen. Alright, now we're good. We got everything we need. Alright, now, where do we want to put our base? I want to put this base, as close as I can to the sun, which I guess is going to be, Delta 1. I would kind of like it a little bit closer, but, I think that's all we got. Alright, now we're going to have a little bit of a little place to go to. So we're going to head over this way, get some speed. Of course, to warp, you gotta take down your shield, and then you're gonna hit the default K button to actually warp. Alright, now where the hell's the sun at? Ooh, I don't know. This might be a good place to go right here. We've got quite a few enemies in this area. And I still can't figure out where the fuck the sun is. Alright, let's go to one of these other moons. Is this on Delta? No, this is right here. Well, I guess it is. Let's go to Delta 3. Alright, hopefully I should be able to warp through this planet. Alright, we have found the sun. Let's go ahead and scan what the hell we have. A gas refinery. Let's go ahead and drop our shield. And then we're just going to go ahead and fly quite a distance from anything. Alright, I think we should be fine, hopefully. We're far enough from most anything. I think we're just going to set up here. I'm going to probably have to put some weapons on this thing pretty quickly. So we're just going to stop here, and then, where's the sun at? Alright, we got the sun. Alright, I'm getting some radiation damage. I know we have some boosters. And this one will hold 4. Alright, let's see how that does. Alright, looks like we are good. We're in the green. Now we're going to go back into our blueprints, pick our little Skywatch station. And I want to aim this thing at the sun. And we are landed. Let me go ahead and turn my thrusters off just so they're not giving me radiation in here. And this one has the same upgrade little tips. And you can do what you want. You don't have to follow the, instructions, because I'm going to eventually make this, change out the layup and everything and make another floor that goes down so I can have a bigger farming area. Let me go ahead and show you what it looks like on the outside. You've got a way in over here. There's a little landing pad on top, and there's ways to get inside on one of these edges right here. So there's a little elevator here on both sides. And then here's what it looks like from the front. You got your solar panels here actually pulling in some power. And this is going to be constant power. It's not going to be, like intermittent during the daytime. And we're getting 2.78 kPus, which is quite a bit. And I mean, we can actually get a whole lot more if we were closer to the sun. But the sun does affect it, like how close or how far away you are. And I think on the planet I was getting, 0.4 kPu average output, and this will stay the same at 2.78. So it's not the greatest. I would rather be closer, but this is all we got right now until we can get a CV and go searching and find better bases and or better systems and stuff. And I will probably go ahead and upgrade this stuff, because I want to get rid of these smaller generators and put in some large generators. And then eventually I'm going to move these plots down below, and then we'll have some more room to put some more stuff up here, because this is where the farmers are. These are those 36 plots we built. And then you got your grow lights, and then little food constructor, food processor. Over here on the other side, there's a little bit more stuff up top. Got another food processor and growing plots. And then there's some room back here. Here's your core. Offline protection if you're playing like a multiplayer server. But a single player, you don't need offline protection. And then there's room for it already has the advanced constructors. There's a room for a deconstructor, which will take all your scrap parts and turn them into material. And there should be a place for a furnace somewhere. Oh yeah, right here. There's 2 furnace spots where you can you can smelt your minerals really, really fast. And then your generator, your shield, can go here, which we actually have a shield, but I don't know if the CPU would hold it. Yeah, right now we're pushing at 194, so we're not going to be able to add a shield until we actually upgrade this thing. So we'll have to go to a CPU tier 3, and I just don't know if I have enough stuff to actually build that. But we'll get to that. But hell, now we're in space, we can go ahead and search this whole solar system, since we have a warp capable vessel now, and then we have plenty of power. And I'll eventually just go through and start mining out all these little ore nodes and checking out more POIs and all that while I'm up here. And then once I get a good carrier vessel, then hell, we got a whole ton of places to explore. I mean, it's not as big as like the maps like Elite Dangerous. That's just crazy. But it does have quite a few areas for you to go to. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and link a description to Jeff Randall's YouTube page. He's the one who actually originally designed this ship, and it's been modified since. And he also constructed this base, and he's got many things on the workshop that are just really cool ideas, and the way he textures stuff's really cool, and it just fits in the game. But I'll also try to link the this ship and this base for the workshop as well. But that's it for today. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all later.